I think this deck is a slap together masterpiece, combining Igglybuff, Darkrai, and Mega Lucario, and it kind of took people by storm, going undefeated in Swiss rounds and got all the way to finals where it lost. Second place, nothing to scoff at, and it also knocked me out. I got fourth place at the Dankest Cup, but as we can see right here, it only lost to Mega Absol Greninja. Really, really strong deck. I would super recommend it because it just has amazing end game damage. But going into this game one, this is from my opponent's perspective, since I didn't really have the opportunity to kind of record my games, mainly because I was playing and I had to stream on Discord. So we're gonna go with their perspective. Either way, you can see a really bad start with the double dark cry from both of us. This is kind of a trend you'll see throughout these two matches. Um, but either way, I'm loading up my board. I'm trying to get something going. They get the lady, so they're already prepped for late game. They're just putting energies on their Mega Lucario. I see they're a huge masher, just like myself. This is Hosi, by the way. That's the pilot of this deck. They have Field Blower. Could be really good in certain matchups. Doesn't really do much here since I only run training area. No tools, but it can definitely stop some amazing poisons. So I get the sleep here, doing that extra 40 damage and just hoping that they stay asleep so that they can get KO'd this next turn. They do have Lady in hand, so they might use that. I actually don't recall. I haven't really looked over these matches, but I do get the first KO, looking pretty good. And honestly, very smart on them, just holding out the lady until the very, very end. I do have Mars, however, so that could be really scary. I don't know if they were looking back on deck list or not, but that could hurt them. That could hurt them very well. So, but I use Leaf here. I think I'm just trying to lower my hand since I see that they have a copycat, and I don't want them to get any more pieces. They do wake up this time, however, so they're not in a position to use their lady. Especially since I'm using Sabrina, if I were to get this extra Darkrai KO, they kind of don't want to be in that position. But luckily enough, they draw their second Riolu. They have the Mega Lucario already in hand. I'm going to get the second KO. It's looking really good for me so far. But here comes the Mega Lucario, 3 energies down. They have their second Mega Lucario ready to evolve. They draw the 2 cards. There it is. They are immune to Sabrina, essentially, especially since they have the lady in hand. They get their first KO. And I still don't have any Swablues on the board, so it's looking a little bit spooky. So I'm honestly just opting to go for some Sleep Stall, because if I get at least one, that should be 30 damage, 50 damage the next turn. And I'm just kind of hoping for the best. But I throw out the Mars right there. They draw 2 cards, one of them being Karina. They only need one other piece, being the Arena with the Karina, to do a clean 190 damage onto Mega Altaria if I can get it out. But they're going to use Leaf, retreat out into their other Mega Lucario just to stay nice and healthy, because I also do super effective damage. They don't want to be in that position at all. But now they've caught up. We're going to throw out our Swablu. I believe I have the gal. And I believe I was pretty afraid here. I was like, I could sleep stall, but I could also just go for the attack because they don't have Sabrina in their deck. So I'm just like, you know what? I believe I should have Cyrus here. I'm just going to throw out the stadium myself. Just going to attack. Hoping for the best. They top deck the arena. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine how this played out. Just in their head, just popping off on stream, popping off. Go for that clean 190 damage, and that is really the strength of this deck. The fact that late game is so incredibly strong for them is it's just great. Like, yeah, it doesn't do as much damage with just the two energies, but it is also 90 damage with no backup support. Like Mega Altaria does need um some mons on the board to rack up that damage. Only two is enough to do 100 damage and already out damage Lucario, but being able to do 150 just one turn after is massive. It really is massive, along with all the support. But finally getting to this game 2, we also start with a double Darkrai again. I'm gonna throw out the copycat, get some mons on the bench. I believe that was my intention, and I do have two mons right there. No Swablu once again. So they throw out Oak into Pokeball. Never works out. So the reason why a lot of people Oak into Pokeball is because there's more Pokemon left in the deck if it's just full like that. So you have more opportunities to get bench Pokemon. But more times than not, you're gonna see draws like that where you don't even get the Pokemon at all. So math aside, draws the Riolu, puts the energy down, and now they're kind of cooking. They're kind of cooking because it's so threatening. It really is so threatening. But I have my Mega Altaria. I only need a leaf, get things going. But they throw out their leaf, retreating out to get the Igglybuff, just getting a little bit of sleep stall. But it doesn't matter because I have Comfey. I don't know if they even like looked at that or not, but hey, I'll take it, right? I don't know if they have Mega Lucario or not. That's another thing that's really scary here. That it's just always so threatening. But I'm gonna go into my Igglybuff. Just kind of slow gameplay, just throwing that out just to lower my hand count, get the quick KO. But yeah, honestly, this game as well looked really, really good for me. I get the first KO. They go into the Riolu. They draw the Mega Lucario, and I'm just crying. I'm just honestly crying at this point because they don't even have it. They didn't even have it. They just drew it raw with the arena as well. So I don't have my area. They're gonna be swinging hard every single turn. And I don't have another Igglybuff at this moment. They're going to throw out the Copycat just to get more draws. And they have the Karina. They have the Karina once again. They go for the hit. And man, now I'm just on panic mode because they have the arena. And I don't know if they have the Karina yet, but we see it right here in full motion. And I'm like, man, I could die right now. So I need to retreat. I did make a very good call here, but they ended up getting the lady anyways. They drew the Pokemon Center lady with the copycat. So this is just nasty. This is just disgusting, right? So my first Igglybuff was gone. My second Igglybuff is gone as well. So this is looking pretty grim. They're going to swap out, so I don't even have the opportunity to get the first hit. Even though they have the win con, they're just playing it safe, kind of just cuz maybe to bait me out, who knows. But that's their 2 points down. And yeah, you really see the strength of this deck come through. You could just retreat into the Igglybuffs, whittle them down, no cost at all. You don't even need X speed because you're not really wasting an energy. And if they don't have something like Ogerpon, you're cooking them, right? So this is my last ditch effort. If I can get this sleep down and they stay asleep, they take 20 damage. They should take 20 more damage the following turn, but they wake up. So that's kind of it for me. I just concede. I'm like, I don't have anything else. But thank you guys for watching. Definitely try out some Mega Lucario because this deck is nasty.